What it do, people? You know me, I stay live. 8:05 all the way live. Tap in, tap in, tap in. I need y'all to tap in, man. And remember, guard your privacy and abide by all the community guidelines. Because that's what I'm doing. What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? Tap in, tap in, tap in. Make sure that when you tap in, you either like or you subscribe, or you like and you subscribe, comment, share, and all of that. Because I got some questions tonight. Man, I sure do. I got some questions for the people. Man, where my great people at, man? How you doing, man? The first great person that tapped in, man. How you doing tonight? I got some questions in this live tonight, man. What you think about the state of the world right now? Melvin, hello. I hope you keep your dreams up. Keep streaming. Absolutely. That's the plan, man. That is the goal and the plan. What you think about the state of the world we living in today, man? And please, man, if you like my vibe, like and subscribe. But I need to know, man, like, what you think about everything that's going on in the world right now, man? You subscribed, I appreciate it, brother. I really do. You coming off like a real cool dude, man, like some real cool people. I've been out here fighting the great fight, bro. I've been fighting the great fight, man, and that's a fact. A lot of these cats ain't got nothing on me. I done been through some and some more. Interstate 5. I'm gonna look at your handle as Interstate 5, I-5, man. That's a freeway where I was born at. But how you doing though, man? I appreciate your support and your participation, man. We got 6 in the chat. I'm tired of saying like and subscribe. I'm tired of that. That should be that should be something people just know automatically, man. When you hear a real individual speaking, you just gonna subscribe regardless. Yeah, what's cracking, man? How you doing tonight, man? You know, crispy Wednesday night, man. As Ruza, is that what we saying? Azruza, Azruza. Man, that's hard to pronounce, man. You got the letters in the right place. Azruza, Azruza. Yeah, man. We just asking right now. How do you feel about the state of the world, man? What do you think about it, man? People keep asking me what I think about it. What do you think about the state of the world right now, man? What do you see? What kind of problems do you feel that could be fixed? It's okay, my man. Whatever. Okay, yeah. You're pooping. Okay. Make sure you wipe, brother. Make sure you wipe. The earth sucks. I hate the material world. You know what, Howard? I appreciate that comment because you know what? The earth shouldn't suck. It should not, but it does. And the material world is the reason, brother. The material world got everybody going crazy. You know, um, but I'm gonna tell you something that somebody told me, man, and this is the fact of life. You gotta be the change that you want to see. And if you can't do that, then you are part of the problem. And I hate to say, we all know what the problem is. Everybody know what the problem is. People always hollering at how they woke and all this bullshit, man. Yeah, okay, well, be woke then. But you woke with no solutions to any problems. You just woke for no reason. So don't call me woke. I don't like woke people. As a matter of fact, I tell a woke person, stay the hell away from me. Woke ass person, get away from me. Cause you woke with no solutions. You already know. Let's go, champ. You already know. I'm the champ with no camp. I'm just out here freestyling and wilding and a good sport with no support. I I am definitely the change. I used to be dark when I was younger. I've been helping people. I don't know what that means. Like, what you mean you was dark? What, you was casting spells and being a boy witch? I call a boy witch a bitch. So what you mean? What you mean you used to be dark? If you used to be dark, then tell me how you light now in today's society. What have you done to make the changes that you consider that you've been helping people? And I probably just got a yellow. You know what? I can't even take it back. But like what I said probably hurt me, man. You're godly now. I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate like you godly now. And you don't got to go to church to be godly, man. You just got to walk on the right path. And I'm going to tell you what, man, the difference between light and dark is this. If you take advantage of people, if you take advantage of situations versus if you help people and you don't take advantage of situations, is the difference between the light and the dark. Cause I ain't never been dark, man. I ain't never been dark. I done did some stuff in my life, but I ain't never harmed an individual person. Cause I'm like Coolio. You remember that Gangsta Paradise song where he says, "I ain't never crossed a man unless he deserved it." Life is also about balance. Oh, I know all about balance, bro. To a certain extent, you absolutely right. And I feel good tonight because you know what? For the last couple nights, I've been sitting up here going live, and I've been having nothing but youngsters in my chat, and it like, on one hand, I love the babies. I'll protect the babies. I think the babies are the future. But on the other hand, it was pissing me off because I was like, I can't even have a grown man conversation with a 12-year-old. And I don't even know why all these 12, 13, 16-year-olds keep ending up in my chat. I give off Bob Marley vibes now. Okay, I hear that, Howard, but remember Bob Marley got assassinated, bro. So just keep that in mind, man. Bob Marley was definitely a fixture, but he got assassinated, man. I like you, Howard, man. You seem like the light has been in you since the beginning. You just chose to go against it. That's what I'm getting from you, man. Like you've always been that dude. You just didn't want to acknowledge it. Life path number 9. I'm a life path number 9, bro. On everything. I know about that. I'm a life path number 9 myself. Yeah. Hey man, if you times 9 by any number, it still equals 9. 9 is a magical number. So if you a life path number 9, man, you already winning. Hey, can I get these likes up though? I got 4 people in the chat and I got one like. I got 3 people in the chat now and I still got 1 like. We the humanitarians. I agree with that. Absolutely. And the whole point of me going live and me making these videos, because I'm gonna tell you, man, if you subscribed, I'm cut out different. I can dig that. Now see, you talking my language, bro. But I'm gonna tell you something, man. Watch this video that I drop in the next couple days. You probably gonna be like, wow. I just I just went outside and I recorded for 25 minutes, man. And I you know what I did? I vented and I released. But I'm not even gonna drop it tonight, man. I'm gonna save it for the next couple days because we got Christmas coming up and everything like that. All right, since you want to say that, I'm gonna tell you 2 quick stories. 2 of them. So I've been incarcerated in my lifetime, man. I've been locked up. And one of the times I was incarcerated, I was in camp, right? Check it out. One day, this was around like noon, right? I'm sitting up here playing dominoes with the homies, right? We on the bench at the camp. We out in the desert of Nevada and we playing dominoes, right? And the whole time we playing dominoes, there's a storm coming through overhead, right? So so the storm is coming, right? And we playing dominoes, and the next thing you know, it starts thundering. So people start going indoors, right? And we sitting up here playing dominoes on the weight pile because there's a bench up against the wall, but it's at the weight pile. So the guys that was lifting weights, when the rain started falling, a lot of guys went inside, right? Hey man, check it out. Next thing you know, there was a lightning strike about 100 yards away from us, right? It was a lightning strike, and it hit the ground like a sonic boom. That shit went boom. So we seen the lightning strike hit the ground, right? The lightning hit a bush, and I BS you not. The lightning strike hit a bush in the desert, and the bush exploded. I'm talking about, I can't even explain it any better than that. The bush exploded, right? So the bush exploded, right? And we was tripping out like, wow, I ain't never seen nothing like that in my life. Like, look at the bush, it just exploded. The bush caught on fire and everything like that. It was crazy. Okay, so the second story is this. Since you want to talk about UFOs and orbs, right? I was at the same camp at the same time, this was like maybe 30 days later from that incident when I seen the lightning strike explode a bush. Like, I don't know if anyone's ever seen a lightning strike within sight where it hit the ground and something exploded. I saw that. But the next thing I saw was about 30 days later. It was a clear night, all the stars was out. There was no rain, there was nothing, right? So we chilling in the camp. It's about 9:30 at night, and me and a couple of my boys, we smoked a half a joint, right? So we smoked a half a joint, and I decided that I wanted to go hit the weight pile. So I walked over and I put the weights on the pile and everything like that, and I lay down on the bench to get ready to start bench pressing, and I'm laying down looking up at the sky, and it's like 9:30 at night, right? And it was a clear night. I seen a light in the sky, but it was like way up there in the stars. That's all I can describe it as. It was like a light that was moving. And at first I thought it was an airplane. Like, I thought it was just another light that we've been seeing all our lives in the sky moving across the horizon, right? So the thing was, it was so high and it wasn't blinking that I went ahead and I just watched it for a minute. And mind you, I'm laying on the bench press bench, right? I'm just watching it. And I swear on my mother's soul that this light was going one way, right? And then it just switched directions and started going the other way. And I've been telling that story for years and years and years, man, how I seen a light in the sky out in the middle of the desert when I was locked up in the camp. How it was a light coming one way through the stars, and then the next thing you know, it just started going the other way. Bro, one time I was at Ventura Mall, Miami Beach, and I went up to fill my water bottle. Found I didn't work. I went gutter to get water. Gold ring on my hand. Man, you know what? My grandmother was hit by lightning, bro. Did it look like a star that moved? You know what? It did. It did. It looked like a star that moved. That's all I can explain it as. It was just a light that looked like every other light in the sky. And it just was going, it was moving though. It was moving across the sky. I was watching it. And I told all my homeboys the night it happened when I went back into the unit. I was like, bro, I just seen a light in the sky and this shit was going one way. And then the next thing you know, it started going the other way. But it just switched directions immediately. Like, it didn't do a big turn like an airplane would do. It just was going this way and then it went back this way. And you gonna see some crazy stuff out in the desert. I promise you will. They look like stars. The move I see the most. Yeah, you're right. You're right. All I know is I've been talking about that night for years. You feel me? The drones tracked them. Yeah, probably so, man. This was before the drones was even a thing, though, man. On everything, this was long before drones was even popular. This was like 2002. No, matter of fact, this was the end of 2001. And I wasn't the only person that reported stuff like that. It was like a lot of people that would report shit like that. But like, um, I seen that, and that was the only thing I ever seen though. Like, it doesn't go any farther than that. It's like nothing crazy. It was just a simple one little dot of light that was traveling through the sky. And at the time I thought it was an airplane, but then it started shooting in the other direction. And I know airplanes can't do that. So, I was talking about that for a few years. And here I am again tonight talking about the same thing, right? In 2000 in 2001, at the end of '01 into 2002. The first time I saw extraterrestrial was in 17. I don't think I ever saw an actual extraterrestrial. But you got to think, man. I was in Nevada, bro, and Nevada is a place where that kind of stuff gets reported all the time. Like Nevada, when you go out in the desert, like people see all kind of crazy stuff. And so I seen that, and I was talking about it, and I've been I've been to New Mexico and Arizona. Oh, then you been in the you been in the zone of where you see these kind of lights, because Arizona is one of those places, and New Mexico is definitely one of those places. You know, a lot of crazy stuff goes on out there because it's all desert. Like right now, I'm in the state of Michigan, bro. And let me tell you the craziest thing I seen in Michigan though, man, was one night I was getting off work and I was headed back to the house, and it was a bunch of green lightning in the sky. Like you ever seen green lightning? I'd never seen it before until I came to Michigan. Like the lightning was neon green. But I looked that up though. If you in Ohio, you probably seen that before too. Then, cause I'm in Michigan, man. I've been to Ohio 10 times, bro. Like when I was driving tow trucks, man, they send me out to Ohio all the time. But I seen the green lightning in Michigan, and this like I've seen it more than once. But I looked it up. Let me tell you what they said. Right, I looked it up, and they said yes, you can see green lightning in the state of Michigan, but they claim that green lightning is from. Usually, you see green lightning right before a tornado. That's what they said. Like if you see green lightning, it's because the weather conditions are really bad. So I was like, oh, okay. Well, I didn't know that because I have never seen green lightning in my life until I came to Michigan. But they claim that green lightning is like a thing out here. But it freaked me out at first because like I was driving home from work and it just kept flashing green. And I was like, bro, why is this lightning green? The whole sky keeps lighting up green. I'm talking about green, like not like you wouldn't mistake this color for any other color. Like it is clearly green. Yeah, it was tight, man. It was cool because like I've only ever seen that blue color lightning. So when I seen the green, I was like, damn, what the hell is that? I didn't know what it was, but I googled it though, and they told me that green lightning is kind of common in places where there's tornado activity. And if you know anything about Michigan and probably Ohio too, because y'all right next to Lake Erie, if you like up towards the lake, you can get tornadoes and stuff like that. But like, yeah, I seen green lightning, man. I couldn't believe it. I was like, wow, that's crazy. And but still, another thing about the green lightning, though, it was so cloudy that I didn't actually see like the lightning bolt. It was just the clouds kept turning green. Every time there was like a lightning strike, you didn't see the lightning bolt. You just seen the clouds would turn green. And I told my baby mama about it. When I got to her house, I was like, hey, when I was coming back from work, like, there's a storm outside, but like the lightning is green. It's like the whole sky keeps lighting up green. And she was like, oh yeah, that happens. Da 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 da. I'm like, oh well, shit. I ain't never seen nothing like that before. So I was like, whatever, okay. Green lightning. I used to be in Cleveland. That's where I'm from, by Lake Erie. Now in South Ohio, it's different down here. The farthest I ever been into Ohio was I went to Columbus. I've been to Toledo and I've been to Columbus. And that's the only two spots. I mean I passed through all the cities on my way, down to 75 to get to Columbus. It's a whole bunch of little townships you got to pass to get to Columbus. So, if you look at my page though, bro, you will see I got a I did a video of the skyline when I was in Columbus in my tow truck. It's on my channel, and I put on the you been to West Bloomfield, the suburb? Oh no, that's West Bloomfield is more than the suburb, bro. West Bloomfield is like, yeah, West Bloomfield is that's not the suburbs, bro. West Bloomfield is that's the wealthy part. That's where the millionaires live. That's where the business owners and the wealthy people live. Southfield is suburbs. West Bloomfield, that's baller status. But if you've been to West Bloomfield, then you understand. You probably got there off of Telegraph Road. Um, yeah, West Bloomfield is more than just the suburbs, man. Oh yeah, so shit. Yeah, there's a you can get paid out in West Bloomfield because all the rich people they doing work on their houses. They doing work on their yards and shit. I've been to West Bloomfield a couple times. Um, but that's where the rich people live. That's where the rich people live. It's anywhere from $1 to $10 million homes in West Bloomfield. So like you go out there, that's where the money's at in Southeast Michigan. That's where the money's at, man, on everything. I've been in Michigan for 9 years, bro. I've been in Michigan for 9 years, but I'm from the West Coast, California area, man. That's where I was born and raised at, but I've been in a lot of different places since then, and Michigan is one of those places. And I made a lot of money out here, man. I made a lot of money in Michigan. Yeah, I'm the same, bro. I've been everywhere. It's a lot of money in Michigan, man. It's a whole lot of money down here. If you want to make money, shoot out to Southeast Michigan. Shoot to Detroit. Shoot to the down by the river, or wherever you want to go. There's money out here, man. Like there's money out here. You want to make some money, come to Michigan. You gonna make some money. I promise you. I guarantee it. And it's crazy. Where I came from, my mom partially grew up in Santa Monica. Oh man, I've been to Santa Monica. I've been to Santa Monica so many times. Like I know where Santa Monica's at, man. I've been out there, man. I took my ex-girlfriend out there one night, man. We went to Santa Monica, man. Uh, they got the Santa Monica Pier. You can go out there and eat you some good food. Santa Monica is a place that's also a rich people place, though. If you in Santa Monica, you got some money. But all my family is out there right now. I've been sober from alcohol from 7 months, bro. I can dig it. I would say this to you, man. That's an accomplishment. Stay sober, bro. I've been sober from marijuana for about 3 months, 90 days. I ain't smoked no weed. I still be drinking. You know what I'm saying? I like I do. I still be drinking, bro. But I don't smoke no weed though. And you know why I don't smoke no weed? Because everybody buy their weed from the dispensary. And I don't mess with dispensary weed that much because dispensary weed will make you sick. But I'm glad, Howard, that you've been sober, bro. That's that for 7 months. Only thing you should be drinking at this point is mineral water and and mineral water and I be in the trenches, the country, the suburbs, the heights. Man, I'm from the country, man. I'm from the country, bro. You see that right there? I'm from the country, man. Like I'm from the country, man. You have no idea, man. I'm from the country in more than one way. I'm from the country, homie. But I'm trying to change my ways, man. I'm trying to change my life and I'm trying to be a better man. I'm not gonna cap. I sold weed and I didn't smoke. It don't I don't like smoking weed. Neither do I, bro. I ain't gonna lie, man. I don't like smoking weed. As I get older, because I'm 43 right now, smoking weed, it makes my heart beat too fast. It makes my heart beat too fast, man. And I grew up in a place where I used to be able to get the original purple kush everywhere, like the purple kush that grows in the mountains. Not no clones, but like the real purple kush that grows in California, man. And when I was younger, I used to be able to handle it, but now that I'm getting older, when I smoke weed from these dispensaries now, it like I don't know, man. It makes me feel like I'm gonna have a heart attack. So I don't like to smoke no more. I don't like to smoke weed. I don't. And I don't need no weed, man. I'm a skilled tradesman, man. I have a lot of experience under my belt. I'm a skilled tradesman, and you know, I done did landscaping. I like Blue Dream too, bro. I really do. I probably come out of the smoking retirement for some purple or some Blue Dream, but nobody out here got the real purple. And well, no, I take that back. It's a couple cats who do. And Blue Dream was one of those weeds that I mess with because when I was on the West Coast, like they got Blue Dream too, but like it's a lot of people with fake Blue Dream, right? It's a lot of fake Blue Dream out there. So that's the other thing is like everybody say they got when Blue Dream first blew up, it's a lot of people who, oh, I got the Blue Dream, but you smoke it and you're like, this is not Blue Dream, bro. So, but I've done landscaping, I've done fabrication welding, I've done maintenance work. I've done I've done tow truck driving. I've done what else did I do, man? Like I've done construction cleanup. I've done um, I've done regular construction, right? You know, I've done a lot of work, man. But my main skill level is fabrication welding. I can just build stuff from scratch. I take the measurements, I cut the material, and I cut all the material. If I'm building something, I write down what I write down what I'm going to weld. I write down what I'm going to build. I start cutting all the material, and I once I'm done cutting everything, I measure everything to make sure it was cut properly, and then I weld it. And I've been doing that since 2006. And I'm so good with the welding, I could probably teach a class for the youngsters on how to MIG weld, I do. If you know anything about welding, I could teach a class on flux core welding where you don't need gas. You're just outside, even on a windy day. It don't matter. Um, I could teach a class on how to be a good tow truck driver. Um, Now I ain't gonna lie, I didn't do landscaping for that long, but like I did it long enough to where but anybody can do landscaping, right? Anybody can do that. Like landscaping is about having your own business. Because if you have your own landscaping business, you can make a lot of money. So landscaping, you don't really got to teach nobody how to do landscaping. Landscaping is one of those things to where you learn when you get a job doing it, and then you make money and you buy your own whatever you need. But like I got severe bipolar and I don't like the psych meds, so I it makes my life complicated. I used to take psych meds, bro. Don't feel bad. I literally took all the psych meds. I don't take psych meds today, but I used to way back. They used to try to call me crazy, man. Can you believe that? They try to call me crazy. Like, bro, how am I crazy? I ain't never unalive nobody. I beat up a lot of people. I got beat up, but I ain't crazy just because I took psych med. I seen tow trucks get shot at. Yeah, well, there's all kind of dynamics of towing, bro. You can either be a repo man. Those are probably the guys you see and get shot at. Is the people that are trying to repossess other people's cars. You don't want to be a tow truck driver that repossess cars, because yeah, you'll get shot at. You want to just be a tow truck driver that picks up disabled vehicles and you take them to the mechanic shop and drop them off and you get paid, right? And like, I'm gonna tell you right now, man, the average tow truck driver, you would probably be able to do 15 cars a day, right? 15 cars a day is a 12 to 14-hour shift. How much money could you make picking up and dropping off 14 cars in 12 to 14 hours? You will make, you should be able to make $1,800 a week. And if they trying to pay you anything less than 1,500 to drop off that many cars a week, then they not trying to pay you what you worth. They just trying to pay you what they want to pay you. But towing is good money, especially, bro, if you ever get like 20 grand, you ever get 20,000, go buy you a tow truck. I promise you, you'll never have to work again for anybody. Nah, you ain't gonna get 400 a car. I'm gonna tell you, even the company you work for ain't getting 400 a car. And I'm gonna tell you why. Cause I really was out there towing, man. 400 a car, the only way you're gonna get 400 a car is based on the distance. But the problem with that is, so you say you in Columbus right now. So if you wanted to get $400, okay, if you was an independent tow truck driver, you still wouldn't get 400 a car. The only way you're gonna get 400 a car is if, I'm gonna tell you right now, the only way you're gonna get 400 a car is if you were driving from Columbus to Dayton, Ohio. That's about $400. So if you had to pick up a car in Columbus and drive it to Dayton, you could get 400 bucks. But I'm going to tell you why. Check it out. If you were to pick up a car in Columbus and drive it to Dayton, the time that it takes for you to get the car from Columbus to Dayton, drop it off, and then drive back to Columbus, it would it would balance out in the time. You know what I'm saying? Like the time it would take for you to drive to Dayton back to Columbus. Like, it's not bad. If you could do three $400 jobs a day, you're doing good. You're doing good. Because when I drove a car from Detroit to Columbus, I got paid $900. And that was low. That was low. I should have got paid like 1,500. But I worked for a company. I worked for somebody, so I only got paid $800 to drive a Hell. I drove a crashed Hellcat. It was a maybe it was a Scat Pack. It was one of those. It was either a Scat Pack, a Hellcat. It was one of those, right? But anyways, I drove a Charger from Detroit all the way to Columbus, and I only got paid $800 on New Year's Eve. But if you can, the average cost of towing is around $150, right? And that's a good day. Because I'm gonna tell you, if you're driving around town in Columbus, let's say that you never leave Columbus and you're just only towing in the city of Columbus, Ohio, and you're making $120 a call, you'll be able to do. Let's say all your calls was worth $120 in one shift. $120 a call in one shift. Let's say you work 12 hours. You should be able to hook at least 6 or 7 cars. But think about it. 120 plus 6 is like $800. And that's what. But see, if you work for somebody, you're either going to get paid hourly or you're going to get paid 30% commission. So me personally, I rather make commission, because you make more money off of commission because you get paid 30% is the going rate. You get paid 30% of every call. So if you tow 7 cars that night in a 12-hour shift for $150 a pop, then you get about $50 per call. And let me see, 5 times 7, or 7 times 50. That's good money, man. That's great money. Because at the end of the week, and now mind you, you getting that every day. If you work 6 days a week, you're gonna be getting a check for like 1,500 a week. And if you can't, can you drive a tow truck with a Class A license, or do you need a CDL? Nah, you don't need a CDL, bro. Nah, you don't need a CDL. The only time you need a CDL is if you're driving in those tow trucks that tow semis. That's the only time you need a CDL, is the tow trucks that tow buses, um, just the big trucks, basically. Other than that, nah, you don't need a CDL. At least you don't need one in the state of Nevada or in the state of Michigan. Here in Michigan, you just need a chauffeur's license, which I have a chauffeur's license. You don't need all that extra shit. Like, it's always good to have a CDL, but you don't need one, man. For towing, you don't need a CDL. The only time you need a CDL, like I said, if unless you're towing trucks, other semis, or buses, and you driving those big tow trucks. Like, I'm sure you've seen what I'm talking about, like the diesel tow trucks that are they told the semis, if you ain't towing semis, you don't need a CDL. Cause I've towed box trucks, I've towed sprinter vans, like um I need a chauffeur license. I don't know if they have chauffeurs licensed in Ohio. I'm pretty sure they do. If they have them in Michigan, they probably have them in license. I mean, if they have them in Michigan, they probably have them in Ohio, but it's called a chauffeur's license. And chauffeur's license are hella easy to get, bro. They're easy as hell to get, man. It only takes, if you go to the Secretary of State, it only takes, it's a 12 question questionnaire, and it only takes like 15 minutes to answer all the questions. And when you read the booklet that they have, it only takes you, man, it only takes you maybe 10 minutes to read the chauffeur's booklet, and then it takes you 15 minutes to answer all the questions. Yeah, they probably don't. I see. I don't know how they do it in Ohio, man. But like, if you do all of it though, because I'm gonna tell you right now, like you can come to Michigan and get a chauffeur's license. Like, if you in Columbus, I've been to Columbus from here. It's only like 3 hours from Michigan, right? It's only Columbus is 3 hours from Detroit. But I understand that's stupid. I don't even want to say that because if you want to be a tow truck driver, you want to get all your stuff in Columbus. But if you get all your stuff in Columbus, then you can be towing cars and taking them all the way to Detroit. Because that's what I was doing. I got my chauffeur's license in Michigan, and I was towing shit all the way down to Columbus. I was towing shit to Toledo. Man, listen, I was taking cars to Toledo on a regular basis. I've been to Toledo 100 times just off of towing. Like, I remember one night I had to take a Lexus to a Lexus dealership in Toledo, and I was kind of like pissed off because I literally had to pick up a Lexus in Madison Heights, Michigan, take it to Toledo, and then drive back to Detroit. And it was like that shit took me 2 hours. And it was like, what's the closest city in Michigan to Columbus? Oh man, the closest city. You know what? There's all kind of little cities on your way to the on your, like when you're on the 75 freeway heading towards Toledo. There's all kinds of little towns, man. They're like little farm towns. But the closest major city is probably gonna be Detroit. Detroit, and then like all the little cities down by the river, like Ecorse, Wyandotte, uh, Mexican Town, uh, Toledo, really, Michigan. I know, right? Because you know why? Because it's right there on the state line. That's why Toledo's like right there. I've been to Toledo like 100 times, man. And you're right. It's right there on the state line. So it's basically like Michigan and Ohio. It's right there. But the closest city to Toledo, the closest major city is Detroit. It's and you know what? That's cool because Detroit does so much business that you'll be in Detroit all the time. Like Detroit, like you'll be in Detroit all the time. You'll be coming to Detroit like every other day. Like Detroit does a lot of business. So um, Detroit got a lot of cars. And then you got to understand Detroit is right on the border of Canada. So that's another thing too is hold on, I'll be right back. Give me a second. All right, I'm back, bro. You can get a cheap house in Youngstown, Ohio. It's an old Italian. You know what? I had a homeboy from Cali. He ended up he passed away, man. You know, rest in peace to the homeboy. But he been to Youngstown, and I don't know much about Youngstown other than one of my homies from California moved out there a long time ago, and that's the only thing I know about Youngstown. One of my homies from Pomona. If you know anything about California, that's where Sugar Free is from. Um, he was um, he was in Youngstown for like 2 years, and he moved out there. But I don't know nothing else about it. But shit, if I get some money, man, I'll go buy a house in Youngstown. I hope the Italian mafia don't have a problem with me buying a house in a city. Cleveland, Columbus, Cincinnati, Youngstown, Akron, Dayton, most cities in my opinion. Yep. I passed through Dayton, but I didn't stop because I was just on my way to Columbus. So I passed through Dayton. But I like Ohio, man. Ohio cats is real good dudes, man. Matter of fact, I met a dude from Toledo, man. Man, I met a dude from Toledo, man. Like, he owned a company, right? As a matter of fact, check it out. He had a box truck company that operated in Detroit, and his box truck broke down. And I had to drive his box truck all the way back to Toledo for him. And when I got to Toledo, that fool showed me love, man, and he gave me a nice tip, man. And I wish I could link up with that dude again, man. I know he's still in Detroit, but he was cool people, man. When I got to Toledo, this fool pulled up on me in a C6 Corvette, and he was like, he gave me a fat ass tip. I was happy. I was like, hell yeah, thank you, bro. You know, I used to hate going out of town like that because I didn't know. When I went to Columbus, though, I was doing a job for some Africans that when I talked to the guy that bought the Charger, he owned a trucking company, like a big trucking company. When I got to the yard where I had to drop the Charger off, it was a big ass yard full of semis and trailers, man, and it was all Africans. I got two of my Crip homies. That's my background, man. My background is cripping, man. I got two of my Crip homies. We used to bench press together. They was from they're from San Diego, huh? Okay. I got some homies from Diego. I wish you knew where they was from, man. Yeah, I got some San Diego dudes are some real dudes, man. You just made me think about some stuff, man. Like San Diego cats. Yeah, man, for real. They solid, man. San Diego is solid as fuck. For real, man. San Diego is solid, man. But yeah, man. My favorite car is a 1970 Chevy Chevelle. Yeah, you know what? My favorite car is a '69 Chevy Chevelle, a SS. That's been my favorite car for years. There's a lot of Somalians in Columbus. I'm willing to bet they. I'm gonna finish that sentence for you. There is a lot of Somalians in San Diego. There is a lot of Somalians all around California. And I like Somalians because one thing about Somalians is if you fuck with them, you'll get fucked up. Somalians don't play, man. Hey, listen, I'm about to end this live in 4 minutes, bro. Yeah, but like Somalians, I know a couple of them, and the Somalians that I knew in my life, they didn't mess around, man. You'll get hurt messing with some Somalians. And oh, you're Somalian? Is that right? I didn't know you were Somalian, man. Shout out to the Somalians. Yeah, there's a lot of, there's a big, let me tell you something. In San Diego, there is a huge Somalian community in San Diego. As a matter of fact, they're all through Southern California, but like um you probably heard about the Somalians in Minnesota. They're making news because the police chief in Minnesota, he's Somalian, and he said that he's only going to support the Somalian community. How about that? Somalians are coming up. I like everybody for real. Oh, you're European, Jewish, ancient Egyptian, and Spanish. Oh, okay. I thought you were Somalian. I'm not Somalian. Okay. All right. Well, I'm black and white, man, but I think that my humble beginnings, I have some Egyptian in my blood. I'm almost sure of it. Um One of my first best friends ever was from the Middle East. When I first moved to Las Vegas back in 2000, one of my first friends was from the Middle East, man, and he looked out for me a lot, man. And I'll never forget my homeboy. He was a chef at one of the casinos, but he was from the Middle East. And so and I always had a soft spot in my heart for my Middle Eastern homies. And it's messed up because when you're American, man, they talk a lot of stuff about anybody who's not American. And I don't understand that, man, but that's the way it is. Um but yeah, in San Diego, there is a huge, I'm talking about the Somalians got it to where they got a whole side of town. And if you ain't Somalian, you should stay away from that side of town. That's how big the community is. And we already know about European, Jewish, ancient Egyptian, and Spanish. Middle East. Well, if you in the Midwest, you ain't got no choice but to be cool with the Middle Easterners because, like, they all over this motherfucker. They everywhere. Hey, but listen, bro. Hey, I got 1 minute, man. I end my lives at an hour, and I'm at 59 minutes and 10 seconds. So, like, I'm gonna end this live in a minute, bro. But if you already subscribed, then you'll be able to catch me next time I go live, bro. I gotta lay down for the night, though, man. It's already 12:15 at night, so I'm gonna let it run to a I'm gonna let it run to an hour, which is in 30 seconds, bro. But it was good talking to you, man. I'm too foreign for America, even though I'm American. I feel the same way, bro. I feel the same way, man. Look at me, man. I got light colored eyes. I got light skin. I'm way too foreign for these motherfuckers, man. All right, peace. Good night, bro. Hey, for real, man. You have a good night, man. I got like 7 seconds left. But it was good talking to you, bro.